Welcome to your weekly tarot reading check-in for December 8th to the 14th. Whether you are new or are a longtime subscriber, thank you so much for joining the Dog Star Pack. There are readings for each zodiac sign based on the element of your sign, and each reading is timestamped below for your convenience. I'm Heather Ellison here on my channel. I combine the traditional tarot meanings with intuitive insight. So whether you are here for monthly and weekly tarot readings or to learn more about tarot, my goal is really to support you in living with more purpose and self-trust. If you want to learn tarot, check out my Tarot Talk series where I break down the tarot one card at a time each week in a very simple bite-sized way. You'll find the link to the playlist in the description below. Finally, if you find value in today's video or simply enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and be sure to click on that notification bell. It does let me know what kind of content you want to see more of. Now let's dive right into the cards and see what this week has in store for each zodiac sign. If you are one of my lovely fire signs, this reading here is for you. So if you're an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. So I'm going to start with these cards represent you. These are your challenges and obstacles. This is your strengths. This is your final outcome. And then we're going to wrap up the reading with some oracle cards. So we're starting up here with your energy for the week, and you have the Ace of Swords and you have the Three of Wands. So it looks like you are looking, this week you are contemplating what your next adventure is, what your next goals are. You might have even have started something and you're kind of looking and seeing what is happening, what is evolving, what is coming out of some of the action you've already taken. Others of you, you could be actually traveling or thinking about traveling. Whatever it is, your next course of action with this Ace of Swords here, this does indicate that there's going to be some kind of mental inspiration, some communication coming in, some kind of clarity around what your next step is, what your next adventure is going to be. Now let's check out your challenges here, and you have the Nine of Wands. So one more final obstacle and challenge, and you have the Six of Coins. So it does look like there is actually some kind of obstacle that you have to overcome this week before you can do something with that Three of Wands energy. You are going to have to ask for help with this Six of Coins here. That is the card of reciprocity. So, you know, if you're afraid to ask for help, or, you know, you don't, ego-wise, you don't want to ask for help, suck it up, princess, and ask for help this week, okay? Because you do need it to overcome this kind of obstacle. Put your pride aside and yeah, reach out to someone that you trust, someone that has maybe gone through what you're going through, or thinking about whatever you're thinking about doing, has done it before. You know, they've already laid the groundwork, so why not ask for that help? Now, in your strengths card, though, you have the King of Wands and you have strength. So whatever it is, this is something that you're passionate about, and really tapping into that passion, that creativity, that creative spark is what this Three of Wands is about, and that is your strength. It's using that. And with strength card, this represents that inner strength. So this isn't brute force. This is that perseverance, that determination, that believing in yourself, having confidence in yourself, that you can achieve whatever this Three of Wands goal is for you. Now, because it is a general reading, this could be in the area of relationships, money, career, finance, or even like pet projects, passion projects, anything like that, even health and wellness. So it's going to resonate differently for each of you. Comment below and let me know what area of life this is for you. But whatever it is with this King of Wands, your strength really is your charisma. It's your ability to, you know, attract the right people at the right time. It's about being able to tap into that creative spark and really aligning with your passions. And when you do that, that's when you're going to see that success and see things evolve. So your final outcome cards, nice. So for many of you, this is in the home front, because we do have the Ten of Cups here. Happy home environment, just feeling totally safe, secure, and stable in your home life, in your family life, being surrounded by the people closest to you that are dearest, that you treasure the most. And you also have faith. So it's really like not giving up faith and hope in what it is that you're looking to create. And for some of you where this is work, this could even be something where you're looking to have more of a home life, or even like a work from home thing. You're trying to do something so you can work from home versus leaving the home all the time. And that's where that Ten of Cups cards come in. So I'm going to put my glasses on now, because I am going to have to do some reading when we get to the oracle cards We're going to start with your angel number card, and you have, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is about connection, personal growth, oneness, and manifesting goals, connection, and completion. So first, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts, then expand your horizons and permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in favor of your intentions. What a beautiful energy. And this next card is messages from the fairies, and this says admit your true feelings to yourself. So be honest with yourself this week. Only you know what it is that you truly desire. And really that 3 of Wands and that King of Wands is really indicating that connection with that desire, with what you're passionate about, your creative spark, right? And then your Reiki healing card, I did decide to pull one of these just as a healing card for this week. You have synchronicity. And it says that there may be something that you want to have, do, or be, but it isn't happening yet. So sometimes a small part of what you want turns up in your life as the law of attraction gives you a signal that you're on the right track, something we call synchronicity. And those are your messages for the week. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, click on that notification bell, and please also comment below. I would love to hear how this resonated for you. Take care. If you are one of my earth signs, so you are a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo, this reading is for you. I am one of you, so I'm really hoping this is a good one this week. So we're going to start with these. The top cards here represent your energy overall. The ones to the left are going to be your obstacles and challenges. The ones to the right are your strengths and opportunities that are coming in. And the last cards at the bottom are your final outcome cards. And I'm going to wrap it up with some oracle cards. So we are going to get started. And at the very beginning, you have the 8 of Swords and the King of Cups. Okay, so it looks like for many of you with this King of Cups here, this can be about relationships, but we will see what else comes out. But it is a general reading, so it's going to resonate differently for each of you. It could be in relationships, so personal relationships, romantic relationships, or this could be in money, career, finance, could be health, could even be passion projects, everyday life. So it will resonate differently for each of you. Comment below, let me know where it's going to resonate for you. But whatever this is still connecting to those emotions, connecting to your intuition and letting that guide you, being very empathetic and compassionate towards other people, connecting your purpose to that sense of, you know, how you can help and be of service to others if it is about career. But you have the 8 of Swords here. So this is really saying that you're really trapped in your mind. You're not quite sure what direction to go in this week, but you want to, with this King of Cups, the King is an authority figure, right? You want to be that King of Cups. You want to stand in your power and you want to move forward in a way in some area of your life. Again, that's going to be different for each of you. That really connects with not only your intuition and your emotions, but it allows you to be of service to others, to help others, and really sit in that power of being emotionally stable, emotionally grounded, emotionally mature, and also in touch with that intuition in creating a purpose in your life and putting something out there. But with that 8 of Swords, you're trapped in your mind. You don't know what to do. You feel frozen, like you can't move forward. You don't know. So something is blocking your ability to move forward in that kind of a way. The 8 of Swords is a card where, like, it's Swords energy, is mental energy. It's our mind, it's our thoughts, it's our communication, anything that's going on that way. But with the 8 of Swords, this is a card of self-imprisonment, okay? You feel like you can't move on because it's your own thoughts, your own mind that is standing in your way and not letting you move forward. So whether or not it's you're not clear on something, there's uncertainty, or your thoughts are spinning and spinning. I mean, I'm sure you've all been there where you have that as a Gemini rising, I know, where, I can really get in my head and overthink the crap out of everything, and you could be doing that too, rather than just taking action and following those emotions and following that intuition. So that's what could be happening for you. Let's look at the challenges. And okay, so you have the Hanging Man and you have the 7 of Swords. So 7 of Swords is a card of theft, dishonesty, betrayal. But what I see here in this particular case being your challenge, your issue, is you don't trust yourself. Okay. You're not trusting yourself. You're not and you really want to see things from a different perspective with this hanging man, but you're unable to trust yourself. And that's where this obstacle is coming up, and that's where that Eight of Swords and how it's playing out. So let's see what some of your strengths and challenges are. Okay, so you have the Eight of Wands and you have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, love her energy. She's that woman that walks in the room, says, "Hey, all eyes on me," and everyone's heads turn, right? Like she's very charismatic, charming. Knows how to work a room. She's that fire energy, that passion energy. She's just very charismatic, and she goes after what she wants fearlessly. And this is your strength. Okay. If you want it, you can get it this week. You just need to be fearless. You need to just get out of your head and go for it. And with that, when you do that, there's going to be fast changes and things are suddenly going to happen with this Eight of Wands energy, because this is fast communication, fast things happening, and just change overall happening. But you'll see that the floodgates will open for you energetically for sure. And then at the very end, our outcome card is we have the Knight of Cups. So that is you now taking that intuition, that emotion, that aligning with the sense of purpose where you are helping others and being of service of others, and you're doing something with it with that Knight of Cups, because the Knight Cups or Knight energy is they're the doers of the tarot, right? They're the knights that are on a quest, on a mission. They're slaying the dragon, seeking that treasure. So that is you moving forward. And with the Six of Wands, you will be successful. So you will see progress even this week if you're taking action and you're just trusting that intuition and just aligning with that fire within. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on now so I can read the oracle cards as we flip them over. So we're starting with the angel number, and you have 777, inspired action. Of course it is. So intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, and socializing. So get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project. Oh, I love this. Or you will go out on a date. For those of you who are single, right? Or even married and you're deciding to go on a date with your hubby. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. And really, that is that Queen of Wands energy, that charisma, that charm. Okay, now the next one is messages from the fairies, and you have express your individuality. Allow your true self to shine because you are awesome. And yes, we are awesome. And finally, a Reiki healing card, and you have changed the frequency. So this one says you are basically a human transmission tower, transmitting a frequency with your thoughts. Don't forget that Eight of Swords energy. Get out of your head. If you want to change anything in your life, change the frequency by changing your thoughts. Your past thoughts have created the life you are living today, and your current thoughts are creating your future life. What you think about or focus on the most will appear as your life. So if you constantly think about the past, you will recreate those situations. So this is about looking to the future and creating that. So I love these for you. If you enjoyed this reading, be sure to like, share, subscribe, click on that notification bell, and please comment. I would love to hear what area of life this is unfolding for each of you, because again, it is a general reading, so it will resonate a bit differently. Have a wonderful week and take care. This reading here is for my lovely air sign. So if you are a Libra and Aquarius, or you are a Gemini, then this one here is for you. And that can be for your sun, moon, or rising sign. I am a Gemini rising, so I am one of you. And these first cards are going to represent your energy for the week. The cards on the left represent your challenges, obstacles that are coming in for you. The cards on the right represent your opportunities, support, things that are coming in for you to help. And the bottom cards are your final outcome cards. And then the ones on the far right here are your oracle cards. And so we will take a look at those at the very end. So we're going to start right here. Okay, so for many of you, this is about relationships. So whether or not it's your personal relationships like friends, family, or this is coworkers, colleagues, a boss and you, that kind of an energy, or if you are the boss, your workers that are underneath you, or it could be relationship partners, could even be children, parents as well. But with the Two of Cups here, many of this does indicate relationships for many of you. Just what kind of relationship is going to be it's going to resonate differently for each of you, whether or not it's in the area of work with relationships or your home life relationships. But you have the Two of Cups and you have the Two of Wands. So this is making a decision, taking a path forward. So it looks like this week is about, there's something that's on your mind that you've been thinking about doing, taking some kind of action, and it is related to a relationship. So this could be, I mean, we'll know when we see the other cards, but this could be about expanding a relationship, taking it to the next step, next stage. If it's a romantic relationship, right? This could be proposing, this could be getting married, this could be deciding whether or not to have children, whether or not to move in, whether or not to make it a stable relationship. So that next stage, that next step. For other people, this could be where it's not a romantic relationship and it's a friendship. This could even be just deepening a friendship or be deciding to do something, especially with that Two of Wands. Wands can be a travel energy, like it's that movement energy. So you could be deciding to travel with a friend or thinking about something like that, doing something that you've never done with a friend or this could be a coworker too. This could be something like that too, where you're thinking of asking someone to work on a project with you. Again, that next stage, that next step, something that can deepen that bond in that relationship. Now, your obstacles and challenges. So you have the Ten of Swords. So many of you, this is romantic because I do see the Three of Swords here and the Ten of Swords. So you have, okay, you've experienced some pain in the past. So this is where this Two of Wands, that decision, that path and deciding on the path and not sure which direction to go in is happening because in the past you've been, it's like that once bit, twice shy kind of energy because you have the Three of Swords, which represents heartbreak and disappointment. So you've been disappointed and experienced heartbreak in relationships. Again, that does not necessarily have to be romantic. That can be a good friend letting you down, being disappointed by a coworker and colleague. Maybe they stabbed you in the back. I mean, the Ten of Swords is very a stab in the back kind of energy, right? But where you've really felt that sting and that pain and that sense of betrayal here is the challenge that you're overcoming, and it's making you unsure on what to do with this next stage. Like, do I trust again? And it doesn't have to be the same person. It can be, this can be someone else. This is just something that could have happened, and I feel like many of you, this has happened in your past, and you're bringing it into the present moment, and it's making you hesitant on taking that next stage, doing that next stage, that next step in the relationship. And now in your strengths, you have, okay, you have the Four of Coins and the Star. So the Four of Coins represents hoarding and keeping something close in the area of relationships. This is about keeping your heart close to yourself, right? But you have the Star. So this is the thing. This week is a very good week. This is a strength that you can tap into, is even though you have felt that pain in the past, you are a very optimistic, positive kind of person with this Star energy. And it's like having faith and hope and believing in yourself and that things will work out. So that will help you to unguard that heart moving forward. I also feel like part of this, what you're looking to do in a relationship with this Four of Coins here, is make it more stable, make it a more lasting relationship. So maybe you're kind of trying to upgrade a friend to a best friend, right? A BFF situation. Okay, and then your final outcome card is, you know what, well, whoever this is and whatever it is, and whatever they represent in your life, I'm going to say put your heart out there and go for it, because you've got great energy here. You have the Nine of Coins, which is a very stable energy. It's a lasting energy. And this is your own work will make it stable, will make it, if you put the effort into it, it becomes something that's stable and has long-term life to it. And then you also have the Four of Wands. This is another card of stability. This is celebration, people coming together. And so it's also seen as like a success card, right? For some of you, this also represents marriage. The Four of Wands can represent, is also one of the marriage cards, and it can signify that, but can even celebrate or represent celebrations of other kinds, such as welcoming a new child, getting engaged, many different things, but it's about community coming together, friends and family. Now, I'm going to look at your oracle cards. I'm putting my glasses on because I'm going to have to do some reading. Your angel number card is 1919, which is gratitude. So shift, enthusiasm, gratitude, contentment, and new experiences are some of the key words. And it says, oh, happy day, an apple ample opportunity related to your life's purpose is just around the corner. Take immediate action once it pops up. Of course, a lovely partnership or an epic romance is also in the cards. So you got the green light from your angel numbers. Now we're going to look at the messages from the fairies, and you have emotional healing. That really connects with that past energy here, this challenge. It says, as your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. So yeah, don't be afraid to open that heart this week. And then your Reiki healing card is overcome difficulties. And it says, learn from and be grateful for the hard lessons, because each time you encounter difficulties and overcome them, you grow. There are ups and downs, happiness and sadness in everyone's life, but every experience is valuable because it helps to make you who you are. That is a wonderful message to close on. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and please do comment below. I'd love to hear what area of life this is for you and what kind of relationship it is. And I will see you next week. Take care. Last but not least, my lovely water signs. So if you are a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, this reading here is for you. The top cards represent your overall energy for the week. The cards on the left are your obstacles and challenges. Your cards on the right are strengths and opportunities or supports that are coming in for you. And the bottom cards are final outcome cards. And we're going to wrap it up with some oracle cards. Now, we're going to start with these top cards here, and you have the Six of Cups and you have the Knight of Swords. So you've been in your head a lot. You've been thinking about the past, reminiscing people from your past as well. And that's kind of your energy for the week, is there's a lot of reminiscing. There could even be about people from the past could be coming into your life this week, and it does look like you are connecting with them, communicating with them with this Knight of Swords, because Swords is about communication, it's mental energy, and it's taking action on that. Let's see if we can get a little bit more about what the subject matter is. This is a general reading, so it will resonate differently for each of you. Some it could be in your money, career, finance. Some people it could be in your relationships or just overall health, or just day-to-day life, passion projects. Now, in your obstacles, you have the Eight of Cups and you have the Two of Swords. Okay, so Two of Swords is about needing to compromise or make a decision and make a choice, a decision here. And with the Eight of Cups, the decision and choice is about releasing and letting go of something that just no longer emotionally aligns with who you are, and you need to walk away from it. So it looks like you are struggling with making that decision, with that being in your obstacles. You just can't make that decision. And I think the reason you can't make a decision or a choice on whether or not to move on or move forward, or even how to move forward, is because of this this Six of Cups, that you're just, that nostalgia is kicking in. It's almost like, well, I've put so much into this thing, this person, whatever it is, and however it resonates for you, that it's how do I let that go, you know? But sometimes it's better to cut bait and move on and do something else, and that, you know, that's going to in a very short period of time can bring a lot of good things in for you, rather than continue with something that's not doing anything for you, right? So it's that. And so even with that Knight of Swords, like you're itching, you're chomping at the bit to take action here and move forward, but there's this thing that's holding you back, and it seems to be this connection to the past, and uncertainty on how to move forward. With that. Now let's look at some strengths and see if we can get some things. So you have you have the King of Coins and the King of Swords. Loving this energy for you, because this is about kings and queens. They, you know, they rule their kingdom, they sit in their power, they have mastered the energy of the suit, and you have two kings. So this is all about the authority of that suit and that energy of that suit, and it's all about strategic planning with that energy of that suit. And coins is that grounded practical energy, it's that earth energy. And then we have swords, which is that mental energy, clarity of thought, that strategizing, right? Mapping out your plans on how to get from point A to point B in a very clear and concise way. And with that King of Coins, you have that staying power of actually being able to slow and steady wins the race and accomplish your goals. So you have the great power to move forward in whatever way that you want to. Let's take a look at those final outcome cards because I'm still quite unsure for many of you on what area of life this is for you. And you have the World and Death. Okay, so again, the general reading resonates differently for all of you. Okay. But for many of you, this is about that personal, that inner world. Okay. And it's you as a person. And it's that you're clinging to the past of who you have been, who you were, and you want to move forward. You want to change. You want to evolve. You want to grow. But there's this, you're just unsure on who you want to be, what you want to be. With this, all this King's energy, you know, you're going to get that clarity. You're going to receive that. Your final outcome cards, you got the Death and the World. So this is like that death is that, and the World, they both represent endings, but the World is a positive ending, right? It's like being able to wrap up a chapter of your life on a high note. Okay. It's like you can look back with that nostalgia and you can look back on your life and say, I did that, I achieved that, and put your stamp on it, right? And own it. But you're also an evolving being and you are growing and you are changing. And it's also time to move on from that chapter so you can begin a new one and you can have more experiences, more life lessons, and more positive things, more ups and downs in your life. And with death here, there is that transition and that change, right? Where you do need to like let go of that one chapter so you can rebirth and move forward with that new chapter that the world is wanting you to move forward with. But it's also you've changed because death represents death, transformation, and rebirth, and that can be that inner world, that personal side of yourself. So for many of you, what I'm seeing that this is really about you and your inner world, and it's that you are ready. All I can say with this is that you are ready. You've already transformed. You've already changed. It's now just you need to let go of that past so you can fully embrace the who you are now and move forward with that, with confidence and with authority, and then see all the wonderful things that come your way because you are living in that integrity and in that authenticity. So that's what you have. I'd say out of all the signs, you've gotten the best reading. I always love the inner growth. So now I'm going to look at your oracle cards. I do need my glasses because I need to read. Your number card is, okay, you got 222, which is wonders. It's great transformation, major changes, opportunity, fast pace forward, and process. And it says you aren't a victim of circumstance. Rather, you are the beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. So I can let you know that right now, this week, you are in the right place at the right time. You are where you need to be and where you're supposed to be. And now this is messages from the fairies, and you have goodbye to the old, hello to the new. I love it when the cards just all kind of, sync and flow. And it says, you finish one part of your life and now a new and even better part is beginning. And then finally, we're wrapping it up with a Reiki healing card. Just as a nice, I just thought this would be a nice finish. And you have choose your emotions. And it says, emotions are not caused by outer events. They are an internal reaction to an external event. They represent a choice you have made. We choose what emotion to feel, always. Okay, and that is how we're wrapping it up. So you are choosing how to feel. If you are choosing to be that nostalgia and hang on to it and cling to the past so you can't move forward, that's on you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please comment below. I'd love to hear how this resonates for you. What kind of personal transformations have been going on in your life? Where is it that you're heading? What chapter has just ended? And can you see the potential of the new that's coming in? I'd love to hear all about it. And I will see you next week. Stay awesome and take care. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you found value in this week's video. If you enjoyed the reading, found it informative, fun, or both, please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified when the weekly, monthly, and tarot talk videos are posted. I will see you next week. Take care.